Hello, thanks for joining me for another video beer review. So, I've had this beer a little while in the fridge, so yeah, it's still in date, but it's, you know, it could be potentially past its past its bed. It's staying up late, this one, so we'll keep that in. What the hey? So this is, get the page. So I can remember what it is. So this is the Vermont Sessions. So it's a Session New England IPA, BrewDog versus Northern Monk collaboration. Then, so another BrewDog beer. This was available sporadically in Morrison's locally. My friend picked this up for me a little while back. And I had a kind of a mixed recession. What is going on? But I'm leaving it all in. There's a mixed recession. It's terrible. Hopefully this beer isn't. So yeah, it's had a mixed reception. So we'll crack it open then and save any more terrible wordings. Quite a hiss on the opening, which is it past its best, or we'll find out, but definitely carbonated. I thought that on the cracking of the can. Look at that. Wow, that's carbonated. Blimey. That's not a knob end pour either. That's a proper, well, that's debatable, I guess, but you know what I'm saying? That was a very careful pour, and it still turned out a bit knobbish. So I mean, it's almost like a Belgian beer kind of. Let's try and be gentle then with this. This is it's really carbonated for a New England style. Wow. And it's been settled in the fridge for, look at that. So there's obviously some kind of carbonation issue, but apart from the 3 fingers of white frothy head that hopefully will go down pretty soon, because I ain't going to be able to get an aroma out of that. We'll do an aroma out of the can while we're waiting, I think. But it's hazy orange, you know, the usual kind of what you expect for the style, or a session, well, the New England part, as it's brewed with oats. So it says Northern England and Northern Scotland unite for this New England IPA, a transatlantic juice bomb of flavour. Pours are bright and hazy as a Vermont morning, and massive fruit aromas, sweet and juicy to taste, with notes of tropical fruit, big pineapple, stone fruit, and a dash of coconut. I really wanted to know all this before I reviewed it myself. Brewed with oats, so that's the bit I was trying to get to. Wheat and left unfiltered for a smoother session. Vermont Sessions, the opaque state. So Northern Monk, since the 6th century, monks across Europe brewed beer to provide for their communities. Today in the north we carry a torch for all that beer was and all that it can be. We're on a quest to create the best beer that we can, give them back to where we can. And then it goes into BrewDog, so we'll leave BrewDog. Because you know what they're all about. So look at these fragmented bubbles then. It's proper, you know, it's in like a spring 4, if you like, for snow-capped mountains. So let's give it a swirl and try and get an aroma. I didn't even get the aroma from the can. Oh well. Light pineapple, citrusy. There is a little bit more of a malt character than I was expecting, so maybe, as I was saying before, it's coming towards the end of its shelf life in the next few days, funnily enough. Little perfumey. Yeah, very light, a little bit floral. Let's go in for a taste. Cheers. God. Really carbonated. But once you get through all the foam to the beer, wow, that's carbonated. It's in date by days, so I don't know when it was actually canned though. It just says 1st of September of 2020, so by the time I've posted this it'll probably be out of date. Now in session, 2162 A C E F. Oh, I don't know what that is, so I don't know when it was canned. Well, I mean, I've had it for too long for sure. It's all right. It's nothing special. Maybe I need to have a fresher can, as it's had 809 in the last 30 days checked in on Untapped. This beer is obviously still present out there, and I'm sure where it's present it will have a longer shelf life, so I probably need to go out and try and find another can and do another review. But as this is still in date, I want to give a review on this can. But it's probably reflected part by me not drinking it pretty much when I got it. It is what it is. I am getting a little bit of that kind of coconut-esque, if you like, flavour on the back end. It's just past its best. For me, you can just tell. It's a little bit flat, not with the carbonation, but with the flavour. It's residual. It's more, here's glimpses of what I used to be like, and the malt's gone, here I am, you know. Nothing wrong with it still, that's still perfectly drinkable, but yeah, the carbonation, I don't know what that's all about, which I don't think it should be this carbonated. Look, I'm pouring literally straight into the glass now, and it's already starting to, look at that, it's just, we've got another 3 fingers, 2.5 fingers of foam. But it looks the part apart from that. It's just too carbonated. I don't know whether they use Belgian yeast in this, or it's not very Belgian-y, but the foam is just, it's too much for the style. There is a little aftertaste coming through now the more I'm drinking it and getting kind of acclimatised to the whole flavour and the beer, etc. It's a little bit cloying, a little bit, I don't know, I wouldn't go as far as metallic, but there's a few flavours there that a little bit kind of medical, that kind of vibe. But yeah, not the greatest. But in terms of a rating for me on this one, then I'm going to give this one I'll give it a 6. I'll give it a 6 out of 10, which is a 3 out of 5 on the Untapped scale. So over to Untapped then, it's 11,400 total. As I've said, 809 in the last 30 days, so this beer's still around, so there's newer batches out there. 9,493 total ratings of this beer, and it's coming in at 3.79, so it's almost, well, it's a 7.5 pushing an 8. But I'm still giving it a 6, but I do think that this is an older can. Well, it's definitely an older can. I reckon a fresher can would be better. I might have to try and get another can and do a re-review, but as it's still in date, I'm going to put it out there. But by the time you see it, you know, at the time of recording, it's in date. So so yeah, let us know if you've had this one before. I think it's available in Morrison's I believe. So the Vermont Sessions BrewDog Northern Monk collaboration Session New England IPA, 5.2% ABV. Thanks for watching then, appreciate it. Please subscribe if you're new. Give us a thumbs up on the way out, and I'll see you on the next video. Cheers.